AirPods versus AirPods Pro. I got them both right here. Just take a look at these two beauties right here. You pervert. Okay, AirPods versus AirPods Pro. I've been using these both back and forth for a week, and you know, honestly, I know a lot of people think the AirPods Pro are just the better version of the AirPods, and if you want the nice AirPods, you should just get these AirPod Pros. That's what I used to think too, but that's actually not necessarily the case. I find myself using the AirPods still, even though I own the AirPods Pro. That got me thinking, okay, we need to do a little versus video to talk about how these are better, but how in some situations these actually might be better for you, and why I keep going back to these AirPods, even though I also own the AirPods Pro. First and foremost, the AirPods Pro, they sound damn good. Now, when I first got them, I'm not sure I would have said that. There were examples where I couldn't quite tell if these sounded better than the regular AirPods, but now that I've had a week to put a lot of music through them, YouTube videos, you name it, these have shined in ways that the AirPods Pro could not possibly match. Perfect example, I was listening to an Elvis track that I listened to 100 times, and for the first time, I could hear the backup singers in my left ear, and they were beautiful and melodious and all in harmony, and it kind of gave me the chill. Then I had Elvis on the right ear. I've listened to this song a lot on these AirPods, and I have never been able to distinctly tell what was going on between the interplay of voices. These were able to pull details out of the track that there's no possible way that these AirPods would have been able to accomplish. One of my test tracks is from Blade Runner 2049 because it has a lot of deep rolling rumble and atmospheric sound to kind of set the mood. You lose low frequencies and mid frequencies with the AirPods. They're just gone. You don't hear them. These are like a movie theater experience in your ear. If you just grabbed the movie theater and just went beep, and just put them right into your ear canals. So you were getting the same movie theater quality rumbles and low frequency response, but not the shakes. It's not shaking you like it would at a movie theater. That's what these were able to accomplish. I was able to hear low frequency sounds that were accurately reproduced in ways there is no way these could actually pull off. And I was seriously impressed with how accurate and how talented these are, even in the low, deep rumbling range. And of course, the other big feature that you get with these is the noise isolation, but also the uncanny, eerily good and artistic noise cancellation. These will turn any environment you're in into a library. I was in my gym working out, and I got a bunch of real meatheads in my gym, and they're just going, ugh, just grunting at the top of their lungs, lifting weights that are far too heavy for their capability. And sometimes you get all the clanging and banging, so I turned on the noise cancellation. All of a sudden, all of that ambient noise, it just melted away, and I was able to hear my music so much better. Usually you have to just crank up the volume to compete with the ambient noise, but with these, it just melts away all the underlying noise floor, and you can hear your music, your podcast, whatever you're listening to, far better than you could before, and you just get this beautiful bliss of audio awareness going on that there's no way you would ever get with these. And of course, the other thing that I want to highlight with these is they have a wireless charging case built in. Now, some people aren't going to care about that, but I've just really gotten into wireless charging. I'm wireless charging everything. iPhones, AirPods, and that's just pretty much it, because those are the only two things that I have that wirelessly charge. But once you get wireless charging, it's so nice just to be able to go blip and just place your device onto the pad, and it just starts charging without having to plug it in. It's a first world feature, I fully admit, but I'm living in the first world and I'm loving every minute of it. So my testing continues, but so far I absolutely love these, and I'm really impressed with the audio quality that come out of these. Shockingly good, actually, surprisingly good. Better than I thought it was going to be. But now let's talk about my old pals, my old good friends, the AirPods. Baby. I do love these AirPods. These are some of the best products that Apple has created in the last 5 to 10 years. I got them right when they came out. I've been using them every day since. These are just less of a commitment. You put these in, they're delivering the boom, the rumble. It's like a movie theater in your ears. This is more like watching TV. You're casually listening, and you're not getting the boom, you're not getting the thunder, you're not getting the rumble. It's just a more neutral sounding product. These are not constantly punching you in your ear bags, making your head rattle all around. So you get a much more casual listening experience with these, and I found that I get far less audio listening fatigue with these just because audio isn't as intense, there's not as much rumble, there's just a lot less of everything, and sometimes that's just all you want. Other thing I think is worth mentioning, and I'm gonna get beat up in the comments over this, but I gotta say it. These will gloss over bad audio, whereas the AirPods Pro will not. What do I mean? Okay, I was listening to a YouTube video last night. I heard this whir going on in the background and I had to pause the video to see if it was something coming from my room. It wasn't. It was coming from the video. The guy's mic was a horrid turd, and these deliver every bad bit of the audio directly to your ears. The AirPods are much more friendly with bad audio. They'll deliver it in a more neutral way and you won't notice tracks that are mastered badly, YouTube videos that are using poor microphones. Everything just sounds a little more neutral with these, whereas with the AirPods Pro, you're going pro whether you want to or not. So I know it's kind of a snobby point, but these deliver bad audio whether you want it or not. You are gonna hear whirs, little in your podcast. You're gonna hear music that's mastered badly, and sometimes it's going to annoy you, but there's nothing you can do because these are gonna deliver the audio as it was recorded, whereas these are much more forgiving. Okay, two big livability features here, and this might be one of the reasons why I continually keep coming back to the original AirPods. Now I realize this isn't gonna be a big deal for everyone, but the AirPods fit my ears perfectly. It's like Tim Cook came over to my house with that ear goo and said, hey y'all, just relax. It went and just squeezed that goo in my ear and then crafted me a custom pair of earphones. That's how well these fit my ear. I can put them in, I can shake my head around, they don't come out, they don't feel loose, they feel perfect in my ear, and I can leave them in all day long. In fact, I don't even know that I have them in when I have them in. I can't even feel them. That is not the case with the AirPods Pro. The AirPods Pro are noise isolating earphones. So there is a little silicone divot that presses into your ear canal, and I don't like that sensation. It creates pressure in my ear. Now these aren't horrible, but if I wore these for more than an hour or two, my ears just kind of start to get sore. I find that these are not as comfortable as these, and I realize that's subjective. For you might be able to wear these all day long. I know there are different ear tips for these. I did the seal test. There's no way these could fit better. I just find that these feel better in my ears. They are invisible when they're in, and these are definitely not invisible. And another big point I'll mention is if you are out and about, maybe you're driving your car or you're on your bike, these let in a lot more of the ambient noise. The AirPods Pro do a really good job at blocking out the ambient noise. And yes, you can turn on transparency mode, and that actually works pretty well, but I don't find that transparency mode delivers ambient noise nearly as well as the regular AirPods do because they don't seal your ears. I know that's why a lot of people like the AirPods, is because they can still hear what's going on, but that can also be a safety issue. If you're on your bike, if you're the UPS guy and you're wearing these or something, you gotta hear what's going on around you. You can't afford to have something plugging your ears. And so in those cases, I actually think the AirPods is a much better bet. And that's one of the reasons why I find myself choosing these sometimes, is because I want to hear the ambient noise around me naturally. I don't want them colored by the transparency mode, basically pumping in the exterior ambient noise via speakers into my ears. I just want to hear what's going on. And these AirPods do that. These AirPods Pro do not do that nearly as well. And of course, we got to talk about this. You can get AirPods now for $130. They go on sale all the time. If you get the regular charging case, $130. They are $100 less plus than the AirPods Pro. Now, I think these are worth $250, but maybe you don't have 250 ducats rolling around in your pocket. $130 for these. That's a really good deal. I paid probably $175 when these first came out. So you can get these for far less than these, and that might make your decision right there. So here we go. Which one should you pick? Well, I'm about to say the most Apple fanboy thing I possibly have ever said on this channel. I think that you should probably get both. I know, it sounds crazy, but I'm so happy I have both. I use both still. I use these when I want that deep thump, when I want the movie theater experience in my ears, when I'm in a situation where I want to drum up the ambient noise. Casual listening experience, if I'm tired, I don't want to have someone punching me in the head all day long. I want to watch some TV, so to speak. These are the ones I go to. I'm happy to have both. If you can afford to have both, well, I just think That's the way to go. I agree with Tim Cook. What can I say? He and I are kindred spirits. I go to his Thanksgiving Day dinner every year. He's got the Kiss the Cook apron on and we all laugh. It's real funny. But if I can only do one, I think I would go with the AirPods Pro. Just because I don't find that I'm listening to music for more than an hour or two each day. If I were doing 3 or 4 hours a day, I might go with these ones because these ones fit me better. It's a very tough call. It depends on how you're gonna be using them, but that's why I wanted to make this video, because if you're gonna be using them on a casual basis, if you wanna hear ambient noise, if you don't wanna have some deep thump in your ear all day long, if you don't like the pressure that noise isolating earphones create, I think that you should go with these ones. And I think that these are not a replacement for these. They are an entirely different experience, and you could be happy with either one. 130, 250, 130, 250, 130, 250. I don't know, it's a tough decision. You stop it. Okay, things are getting weird. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. My name's Erfon Elijah, Gadget Hunter. I'm here reviewing the best tech on this channel every week, and if you don't come back, well, I don't know what to tell you. You need to get your taste in order. I've got a lot more content on the way, just like this. You hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button if you want to come back and see more. I'm wrapping up there. I'll see you guys